And hello, it's Lucian, back for a new cast, and I have a crazy game to show you. Well, I hope it's a crazy game, I didn't see it yet, but I think we can have a long but very interesting cast uh, with a lot to analyze. Why? Because it's open palms and two players that I didn't cast it yet, but that are very very interesting in terms of level and in terms of gameplay. So it's Blackheart against Deathly. You probably know those two names. On an especially complicated map, Open Palms, so a very big classic of the 1v1. So I think I won't have time to focus on the normal parts. I will really try to tell what can be improved or what was very well thought. I will try to go as deepest as I can, but I hope I will succeed in this. So I think if you don't have the basics of the game, you won't have fun in this video. I think it won't. You can close it now because I won't explain the standard things, but most the kind of things that we only see in this kind of matchup, like Deathly against Blackheart, it's very the top of the top. So first, let's see what will be built. You have to know that Blackheart like to raid as much as possible on open palms, but with Ion, Aurora is very slow. So or you try an assault with Lightbot, but it's very risky, especially against another Ion, because the Scout has a very big radar, so your lab are quite often spotted. So you can see 3 early auroras, 2 Scouts, those during the 3 first NGs, or 4 NGs, okay? So the first one reclaims, it's normal, that's the current meta game. As soon as he will find time, he will reclaim those rocks and then expand here. Then second NG and third NG, very important, going to the Hydro. Why? If he built an Aurora before those ones, he will energy stall, because he's doing a 5 PGNR factory build. You can see, it should be timed at more or less, I would say 5 seconds of adjustment. But you can see, this engineer will reclaim the trees. That energy in the trees will be very important for the 5P Gen factory build, okay? So you can see here, he's checking that there's no lab first from Deathly, and then look at this Scout. This is one of the most powerful ion units, the Scout, especially on water maps, as it's amphibious. And you can see the times. You can't do everything at the same time when you do a lot of manual reclaim like Blackheart, you can see. So sometimes your engines have to wait, like this one here, few seconds, so that's why it's good to put an attack order. So the 2 seconds Blackheart needed to be there, the NG reclaimed some trees. And you can see the timing of the Hydro is built, and just after you can start your air production faster than a 6P gen build, very important. So an expansion safe, he decided not to raid, or at least not for now. He will just go and take the information with the Scout. You can see during this time, no bomber plan, so he really wants air supremacy. Interesting fact, he didn't plan a transport. Oh, bomber, you can see. It's totally under control, so second air. You can, that's a very interesting build. It's the GPGNet Zog build he's doing. Zog had quite a famous build order at this time. So normally the bomber will do nothing. And you can see those safe expansions. Look at this Visio. Excellent. Oh, one bomb, but it's dodged. No, it's not. Okay, it's quite sad from Blackheart. We really could expect a dodge here. But well, he didn't find time. You can see, Deathly is rushing the second Hydro we saw when during the Scout 1 NG and the ACU. So a free power build rate here, you can see. ACU coming on the NG. The red will probably turn here and try to be in the back of the base, which is the key points of open palms. If you manage to keep some units behind the enemy base, you are having a big advantage. Very interesting. I don't know if I agree with this, but that's his choice, so it's okay. He doesn't want to expand with ACU quite fast. He's sending NGs for expansions, not rushing hydros. He will take the factory. That's something I do not do, but I really should, to build a factory here. So you can reclaim all those trees which are a lot of mass and energy. So for the moment, we don't see a lot of reds, but that's normal, that's the matchup. It's iron against iron. You only have slow tanks, especially since 3.629, the last patch. Aurora got a speed nerf, so you can see how slow it is. It still has very good range, it's very strong against Tech 1, but it's so hard to raid with this unit. It's not made for raid anymore. Okay, so some more bomber, but it's a waste. And as you can see, no bomber from Blackheart, so he doesn't kill any engineer, but he has a real air supremacy now. He should start a pigeon production here, otherwise he will have quite soon an energy problem. And you can see the units are going on the ACU side. He's taking his expansions quite slowly, but his economy is fine. Did he try any early Tech 2 mechs? I don't think it's too early, 5 minutes for open palms. On good micro from Defly. You can see he took one interceptor and maybe we'll focus the second one. Yeah, that's the kind of micro gestions that you rarely see on very few players. He will check the HPs of each interceptor and focus the last one. As he knew he will lose his interceptor anyway, he can focus the low HP enemy interceptor. So you can see, I'm at normal speed, it's going from everywhere. 2 NGs here. And then he will try to take the hydro, even if it will be very hard to defend. And the second one here. But he has an energy problem. So transport now, yeah, he realized just now that he launched his Tech 2 pigeons very late. We will check, look at the energy difference. I don't know if he, yeah, I think it's that he forgot to build energy. Yeah, that happens to any player. He's in a bad spot actually. Yeah, BC Blackheart has a bad start, I would say. As you can see, he's quite out of position because okay, he's getting back this side, but this one, RT is already here. He is getting a second one, but it's very expensive. A few players know, but the price of a Tech 1 PD is the price of a Tech 1 factory. So it could be one more factory producing at the moment instead of this PD, which earns some time, sure, and we know how important time is. But still, it makes now 2-3 minutes. Oh, I think he finished the hydro. No, not yet. He's about to. Okay, so it's the end of the energy problems. But he is about to lose his expansions, I'm afraid. 3 kills, it's not enough yet. But it will be cost effective, but hardly, yeah. So he will try to push. Who will have this expansion? I'm surprised like Blackheart is not trying to have it. Whereas it's very important. A lot of echo growing. Okay, the choice is made by Blackheart. He knows he will play an echo opponent. He won't all in. So 2 and then a third Tech 2 mechs. That's probably what costs so much energy. Because so he lost air. He had no choice, he forgot energy. So the less worst thing drop here, check it out. And Blackheart will have it on time, I would say. ACU. It's a dangerous matchup because you never know if your opponent goes second air and the risk of mercy is real. As soon as you see an iron player take 2 air, even if you have strong ACU, you're very afraid of a switch to mercy on an air snipe, which is hard to defend, especially when you lost air supremacy like Blackheart did. So he's going on long-term plans, like he wants a lot of tech to maxes, and of course he's taking tech to land. That's, I would say, the most normal choice for this map. You can see, you can follow Deathly's economy. He's a little late. I don't know if he took this expansion. I think at 9 minutes he should have it. That's what we should expect from him. Yeah, he has it, of course. On PD on the way. But Blackheart has some... Yeah, he didn't even try to take directly the expansion, as so late you know you won't have... you have to face some enemy units. A good job with this drop. Bam! Okay, so here, and it's coming a little late, but you're seeing the counter, the direct counter to Aurora. How do you counter Aurora? In the most cost-effective way, you build some bombers. If it kills 2 Aurora, it's cost-effective. Here it just killed 4, and it's easy to get 1 pass for a bomber. Okay. What happens next? Still very, very safe with his ACU, but I think 1 PD will be good here. 1 PD to be even more safe, especially when you try to rush the economy that hard. So, the first, okay, interesting. He chose Braze, and maybe later he will choose another unit. Blaze, finally you can start raiding. Good drop from Deathly here, okay. And he denied the expansion, and what? Okay, he's taking the engine. You look at this kind of order, but it will be cancelled by the interceptors, but he had take the NG, then he wanted to take back those auras to drop probably here. Okay, you can see the PD will be useful. It will be hard to defend. So definitely lost these expansions, but totally took the middle, which is often underestimated on open palms. It's very strong expansion. When you have it, you can surprise your opponent by launching some attacks directly on the enemy base. No energy at the moment, so no overcharge. Or maybe he did, and I missed it. Same, a little of air micro. You can see with 2 interceptors and without air, he will kill a good number of interceptors. A good micro. And Lake of Radar. He needs energy or a scout. There's no more scout here. That's something a miss. He will lose 1 free unit, I think. And look at the speed of this unit. That's very strong. With some micro. I think okay. So he will have a hard time. The Tech 2 radar, it's very good, but it was way too early. It wasn't working yet. Another drop. So you can see he's constantly dropping. That's excellent. And look, yeah. Blackheart will see this one, but too late. Yeah. Ah, some more Tech 2 maxes here. That's a strong eco lead. Yeah. And he doesn't have the information for the last expansion, but he's building the artists, so he's denying few maxes. He can have those one, and you can do. I think it's Yamadharma who's liking a lot this strategy to upgrade a factory here and produce some mobile missile launchers. That's quite good. Okay, so at 12 minutes game, the size of the armies starts to be quite big. It has to be. Have to be more safe. Even without the ACU. If you lose a fight, you can't recover the size of the army early enough. So more blaze, more tech factories. It will be a full blaze spam. Some more bombers. I don't know if they had an impact. On the ACU, on the ACU. Oh, I'd like to see if it has an upgrade. Maybe the range. But he crossed all the map here, so I don't think he had the time and to cross the map and to be on this front. But you can see the surprise. Here he's in position. Okay, so I told you was about to be complicated, the angle of attack and the concavity of the fight. Look how deftly is positioning his aurora. It's not a direct line, it's a little circle, so there's more units in range in the fight. That's some kind of it's mathematics, but however he doesn't have the tech. His ACU lost quite a lot of HPs, and as you know, it's the same for Deathly. He's also fearing the Mercy Snipe at this time. And Blackheart just got his tech to Pigeon, we can see here. So very good, and now he has a way better economy, and he will be able to overcharge a lot more. 45, 45, 46, it's a good good number. Another thing to know, like Blackheart is coming in the ACU golden age. What is the golden age of an ACU? It's when you're reaching the second veterancy, even more. I will say it starts at 50 kills. And during the golden age of an ACU, you can afford to launch more attacks because you will start to have the very high value veterancies. So he can push and take more risks now, but he won't do it, of course, as he won a lot of reclaim. His only goal now is to secure this reclaim, which is so huge. Never gives that much reclaim to Blackheart. Ah, that's incredible. So much mass. That's what you have to think. When you are about to launch an attack, if you win or if you lose, it's not the most important. It's that if you will be, after the attack, able to secure the area. You can have sometimes with tech to PDs, and you can see it's the most common thing to do. You just place a PD where the reclaim is, and you have more time to get it. I think he will time a tech-free, okay, he timed it, a tech-free land rush, 14 minutes game. You can rush it even more, but it's still a rush. Because he has that mass, such incredible. And check, the blaze, so good to defend. The speed is very important, even if it's a weak unit, it's still not very expensive. And yeah, maybe he need one or two. But open palms, that's why Cybrands are so good, they can raid because of the speed of the units. So Blackheart came back from a very bad beginning, we can say that. And he's trying something very dangerous, as he has reclaim, but he started to launch an attack. Remember what I just said 1 minute ago, when you launch an attack, think after the attack, who will receive the mass. For this attack, it will be Deathly, especially that he choose Obsidians. So, very interesting. Deathly decided to stay longer on Tech 1, but then once he's Tech 2, he can't do blaze timings like Blackheart did. Why? Because he's late in technology, so he have to. That's dangerous. But as I said, it's the golden age for this ACU. But okay, third veterancy. He has a lot of energy, but oof. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. He has to overcharge as much as possible. One tech to PD, it won't help much, just a little. And he's just tech free, so first Harbringer should come. But will it be on time? Yeah. It's still not decided yet. He's in a very bad spot. It's very dangerous. I think Blackheart can lose. But why? Okay, I think at this moment Deathly could win the game, but he decided not to. I'm pretty sure he could focus the ACU, because he still had quite a good number of Obsidians. But well, it was risky, and from Deathly's point of view, he decided not to try it, because if he failed, he was giving a lot more mass again to his opponent. New drop here. I don't know what's for. So this expansion, there were less fights. You can see your Rex. He still have the radar, so he can see if something is coming. And we have to check the economy. That's really important. Some new tech to Maxis, but if he loses that, it will change a lot. But you can see he won't hesitate to invest a lot of mass here, because if he loses those 3 tech 2 maxes, it will be a disaster. Still, you can see he's on front with his ICU and 1 obsidian, so it's a little risky. And check, very good play from Defly. He is establishing some tech 1 PDs just to secure the reclaim. And he's trying to take these expansions. He knows he won't get it a long time, but just 1 or 2 minutes, it's already very interesting to find an eco lead. You can see more tech 2 maxes from Defly, so he's not that behind. And he really should just... It's too bad. With the range upgrade, he could continue to secure this place with his ACU. And with so high economies, like you can see 80 max production, with a lot of reclaim, he could go for the range upgrade. It's very, very interesting, especially in this matchup Ion against Ion, where you can kill a lot of Harbingers. You saw Golden Age, he already took all his HPs. Okay, Tech Freeland, he has the information, a little late. I think, yeah, he should scoot the base still, to know if there's some Tech 2 here. Yeah, that's what I love to see. As fast as your Tech 3, how can you make your first Harbingers as cost effective as they can? Well, drop them and try to kill some enemy map control. So here he should kill the PD quite easily, yeah. But there's a lot of artists, so I hope he will manage to move those. And here, 17 kills. It's quite good, but I don't know if it's enough. Yeah, he's everywhere. Definitely is microing, but Blackheart as well. However, artists, it's one-shooted by an Harbringer. You can see. I think it's 150 HPs. Okay, and it's not dead. 26 kills, excellent Harbringer. He's taking the north. He already planned some NGs to get it, and then he will raid. So you have to know Ion is very strong on early Tech Freeland stage. Oh, what? That's a little stupid from Defly. I think it's not a good place to upgrade the mass extractors. It's not because you have a wall that you're safe. And especially when you're taking more, you have some RTs or some higher range units. Okay, so both players will reach a certain number of Harbingers, but that's, you can see all the Tech 3 factories planned. He really have to scoot to know when he will have his first Tech 3 max on same. Okay, so Blackheart started the first Tech 3 max. He's not in a very good mass timing, but he doesn't have that much choice. It's hard to say who is ahead or not. It's very hard. He doesn't have more reclaim, and he's taking his expansions, but he has so big difficulties to get those. Yeah, he's still losing. But bad point from Defly, he's still producing some obsidians. It's a very strong unit, sure, but I prefer the choice of Blackheart to only go for Tech Freeland. Well, when I say it, he's still producing few auroras. I don't think it's interesting to build some auroras when you can build Harbingers. But those two players, they are, I think, a little better than me, so... Oh, you can see at the second it's dropped, it directly reclaims. Each second is important. On the map, we have 6 Harbringer. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. He needs a reclaim spot, and the reclaim spot is here. He already saw it. He's sending the NGs, but it will still take some time. Okay, he decides to put some build rate, some build power on the Tech 3 max, because once he will have it, he will finally be able to feed his factory in mass. The ACU, no upgrades for now, no. And he should continue to fight for the of the expansions, I think. What's very interesting is that Harbringer has a very good cannon turret speed. So you can micro a lot with this unit, micro, and you can dodge a lot of shots, but you have to be everywhere. First RT going on the field, and finally the reclaim is coming. We saw it here. You see how it changes everything, the reclaim, and yeah, I think it can make definitely losing his advantage. He's still producing Tech 1 spam. He's very old style. I think he's not used to NG mode as much as Blackheart is. Be careful on the energy. Okay, yeah, he wants a tech-free Pigeon fusion. Why not? Why not? But first he will need this Tech 2 Pigeon. And that's what he did. Actually, he planned 3 more Tech 2 Pigeons and then the fusion core. So you can see he's planning that in 5 minutes, at 27 minutes game, he will be able to launch Tech 3 Air directly. That's very good. Something I would like to see is a shield disruptor. 2 or 3. Because in... Why? There's no shield. Actually, there are shield everywhere. In Ion against Ion, all the units have shield. Harbringer has shield, Obsidian has shield. So if you can use this unit in a tech-free vs tech-free fight, it's very, very interesting. It has such a high DPS vs shield. So of course it's totally useless once you have destroyed the shield of this unit. But still it's, I think it's 1000 HPs of shield. Yeah, 1000 here on 300 HPs. So that's a lot if you can cancel the shield of every Harbinger. Okay, so he really used well this mass here, because he finished his tech 3 max, he's having the second one now, so he's really starting to have a powerful and late game economy. It's only a lack of information, but finally, the scout is coming. So is it tech 3 maxes or not? How many pigeons does he has? Tech 3 max here, 1, 2 tech 3 maxes, like Blackheart, so the game is still very even. I like his scouts here, and it's planned. Okay, fusion core, now for Deathly, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's expanding everywhere, so Deathly is on fire. And Tech 2, okay, Tech 2 here. The scout in top 10 vs top 10 players, you have to ask more than who you ask to other players. Like, you have to read a lot more in the scout. You have to read what will be. You have to scout what you don't see actually. You have to scout what is in the mind of your opponent. So here it was quite easy because he saw the fusion core with a lot of build rate here, and there was not that much build rate on the Tech 3 factory. So I would say that he's planning a Galactic Colossus. We didn't scout a Galactic Colossus, but we saw where is the build power and what it's building. So he's reaching the economy to be sure to have enough energy. You have to waste, because you can't afford for an energy a problem of energy. Because as I just said, there are shields everywhere. If you have an energy problem, you have to delay the fight, but you never fight with an energy problem as Iron. And as if you have Titans, it's exactly the same rules, or if it's experimental fights with a lot of mobile shields. Sorry for the accent, it's still the same. Okay, 19. I think he can win here. Blackheart. Look at here. We have about 2. He has about 10 Harbingers here. On the Aurora, it has some DPS, even against Harbingers, but it's some free veterans here, I will say. So it's really not cost effective. Look, 8 kills for now. Oh, in the plains. Phew. It's what's the English word? Swift winds. So that's good. he should have used few gunships. Not a lot, but only few, just to harass a little, even if he already did a lot with the drops. Free maxes, I think it's maybe a shield, and he needs to scoot now, because I'm not sure it's a Galactic Colossus. I think, like what we saw, it was looking to be the most normal way. Of course, so I didn't talk about all the tech missile defenses. It's normal to have some. New scoot. Okay, so I think Blackheart read it like I just did. Like, what's the next step? And it's a second fusion core. Okay, so now that yeah, second fusion core. It's too much. It's too much. It's a mistake from Defly. It's too early, or he doesn't have enough power. No, he doesn't have enough NGs or build power to feed and to use effectively 2 fusion cores. So I don't think it's a good choice. Excellent. You can see he waited those to be Tech 2 and then he drops. So he will hurt him more. You can see there's some mobile missile launchers here ready to kill some mexes. Oh, this one is still there. And you, so fast. He saw it very fast, and then maybe he will try some micro. This one has veterancy. Yeah, so you can see how veterancy is useful. It killed the previous base of Blackheart, so it took veterancy, and now it can win the 1 versus 1 fight. Okay, so good attempt. Here it worked, and he will probably kill the expansions. You have to fight continuously. More the game is longer, and especially in late game, less you can. Okay, no. Why is it paused? Yeah, energy pro. Yeah, okay, it's the echo upgrade to reach tech 3. Good. Okay, so he waited. It's good. Never do the same at the same time. I don't know if it's a mistake, but he has his build power on this factory, which won't be able to reach tech 3 if it's not a HQ. So maybe a little mistake here. How many tech 3 maxes out of the base? So the 3 here, okay. No, tech 1 max. What? Okay. 32. And he's starting the Galactic Colossus. Okay. And he will probably try to reach Tech 3R on the meantime. But I don't like the position of the army at the moment. And yeah, he's seeing it. That sniper bots? Okay, why not? It's very good against Tech 3, but definitely didn't scoot since a long time. But maybe he can expect a Colossus. A very good use of walls here, but if Blackheart gets back this expansion, it won't matter much. You can see all those mexes are surrounded. You see the level of echo growing from the two players, very even. Very even. I hope this beautiful game won't end in a Strat Bomber snipe. Oh, he did. He built a new HQ. It's not a big deal. At this stage of the game, maybe you even want to control K those two factories just to get a little more master rage. Yeah, you can see the incomes are very different. Now, Defly has a way bigger lead, and he has a lead in the Galactic Colossus. Yeah. Where is Tech 3R? It's probably on the way. Yeah, you can see here. Okay, the second arm here, the little tower of the factory, is depleted, so it's on the way to Tech 3. He should build 1 or 2 SAMs here and here also in his back base, because if he loses it, it will be a big problem. But he has at the moment a big Tech 3 lead. You can see the number. It will be very hard to snipe. If he doesn't have, it's a timing attack based on what he just scooted. He saw 60%, so he knows that he has 2 or 3 minutes to deal a lot of damages. And he's done doing a lot of damages at the moment. A lot of tech to maxes. He didn't lose more than 2 or 3 Harbingers. He killed some of those. And okay, Colossus is ready. But there's still possibility to deal a lot of damages. Is there some other tech free maxes? That's why I don't like a lot to have the tech free maxes in the back, because it's not always easy to defend. And he lost the radar visio. Here, no, he doesn't have enough. You see, you don't have to neglect the Tech 1 spam, and Tech 2 PDs are doing a very good job as well. Obsidians, it's quite useless at Tech 1 stage, except to lock an ICU with gun, but at Tech 3 stage it's still very, very useful. And yeah, so many loses. So yeah, it's a mistake. It would be a mistake to attack here with the Galactic Colossus, because he can run. We have some very strategic moves here. He has to withdraw the Colossus. He doesn't have the choice. He has a line of Harbingers, but it won't be able to resist to all of this. Okay, it's starting to hurt. That's good. Who has air? I don't know for the moment. And he's rushing a second Colossus. Ah no, it's still the same. Sorry, still the same. Okay. So remember, we are on Deathly's side. So everything which is killed on his side will probably be reclaimed by Deathly, who anyway already has such an eco lead. He has to spam Galactic Colossus now. Each 2 minutes, with this income, he can build a Colossus, and that's what he really should do. Maybe keep this one for defense, and attack with the next one. Still not tech freelance, so he probably gave up the build power. And yeah, definitely has to get the information of the Colossus. It's not always easy when you are unzoomed like that to see only the beam, the laser of the Colossus. So yeah, that's I think what I prefer in this game. The strategic decisions you have to make at this kind of time on the open maps like this one, where it's not turtle against turtle. Okay, so he already took a veterancy. He has to micro it. Okay, now he's doing it. Not enough. Not enough. But maybe has the Harbingers. Yeah, he was sending engines, but it died. Mercies. Good. That's an excellent plan to... So he's not tech free. He cancelled it. He cancelled it. Okay. Or maybe... No, okay. Maybe it's still tech 2 actually. I misread the factory. Tech free scoot. And then what is planned? No restorers. I think he doesn't have enough energy for now. Maybe after the fusion core. But I'm very worried. He has tech free max here. Okay, why not? But he has no expansion secured. And his opponent, even if we can see the same income here, in reality, the mass that Deathly can reclaim is a lot, and maybe he can even build a Tsar, or I don't know. No, he chose a second Colossus. It hurts. One move, well timed just before the Colossus to kill, I don't know, so much income. There were maybe 10 tectomexes. It's 60 mass incomes that disappeared. Or nearly free. That's bad that he really needs to reach tech free now. And he really needs to move those planes, yeah. Ooh, bam. Yeah. So we had a good multi-front, but yeah, that's the move of the game, I think. Well, actually it's not over yet, but he was behind from the whole time, for the whole time, I'm talking about Blackheart. On this move, put him back in the game. Even if he had all the stages a little later, especially D4. On see, he will never take any risk with his Colossus. He will keep it as defense. Now he switched to Restorers. And he has a view on the map. So it's like chess at this point, because there's so much mass in your units that you can't randomly raid like he did here, because he was sure of his timing and he was sure to deal a lot of damages. But now that we have T4 on the field, you have so much mass in your unit that you can't afford to attack except if you're 100% sure to win the fight. Or maybe the fight it's not enough, the game actually. You have to end the game on your attack, or just do not attack. It can look boring to watch, but that's the best way you can play your T4 stage. And with few tech free run by, however, you can continue to harass and to drop. Okay, so here there's no more Harbringer, but damage has been done. Second Colossus is not ready yet. Okay. So slowly he's gaining some map control back, and as I on the unit of the map control, it's Restorer, because it still saves a certain air supremacy and it can deal a lot of damages, and as any gunship it's very good to get some map control to the enemy. You can see maybe for the 10th time, I don't know, 10th time he's rebuilding his mexes here. He did it here. He built some Tech 2 mexes which are quite exposed, because one more time again, but I can't describe everything that's happening in this game. It's going too fast. That's what makes Open Palm such a good map. You have to be everywhere. But once again, Deathly came back in the game with a Harbringer drop. And even if there's still a PD, is it engineers? Yeah, it's an army of engineers. Imba walls. I think walls are the most Imba unit of the game. A lot of swift wins, but sorry, you can't be excused for this, definitely. You have 2 fusion cores, and maybe I didn't check, but maybe... Oh, is it a new Colossus? Oh, maybe it's a gateway. I don't know. He can't be excused. He should be tech freer even before Blackheart, because he had an energy production way earlier. So yeah, the air fight. The second decisive thing in late game, the air fight. Once it's done, you will see that Restorers will afford a lot of things. And we are reaching our decisive moments. The attack with the 2 Colossus timing. No flak, but anyway, there's not a lot of damage to deal. That's bad, because he is attacking the side where there's not a lot of things to kill, except Tech 1 mexes. Of course, if he managed to do the same Harbringer attack here, it will hurt even more, because that's Tech 3 mexes that we have in the back of Blackheart's base. But since he has Restorers, he can more easily defend. Okay, so he earned few seconds because Deathly waited to have flags. Okay, but second Colossus is ready now with those few seconds, and it's a very even fight, so it will be the T4 micro and the T3 micro that will win. Remember the concave, it can be used in this kind. It's so risky, I will keep shift during all the fight. Okay, few mercies, but flags are in the place. The positioning, and it's very hard. You are not allowed to any mistake. And here it's a mistake. They are not on the same level. Look at the 2 Colossus from Blackheart. They are on the same level. And bam, 3 seconds. Okay, 3 seconds, and then you launch all your Harbringers, but then it's 2 behind. What's happening? Okay, few seconds. It's game over. Game over. Blackheart won. Blackheart won. You will see. On focus, of course, of the second Galactic Colossus. Oh, that's bad. Game over. That's as hard as it is. As he probably... Okay, he's tech free now, but it's too late. Of course he's tech free here. And then Blackheart has the mass. Okay, yeah. Tech free air, but he has a very safe air supremacy, so he won't be sniped. He still should have his ACU under a little shield like that, but yeah. But it was very even during 38 minutes, which is a lot. And the beauty of Harbringer, you finish the fight, poof, oh, no need of engineers. I have a super tech free that can do it for me. Get the mass, get the income, that's cool. Actually, yeah, now it's not even interesting. You won't learn anything more in the game. It's super over. But still, was very interesting. And you saw, one fight, they had the same thing, maybe two Harbingers of difference. But the positioning was way better for Blackheart. Yeah, I expected a little more from Defly on this fight, but yeah, it was the game. A scoot, because when you have a game in your hands after so many difficulties, you really don't want to lose it. Quite a lot of air. Yeah, now I understand. And yeah, what do you do when you're way behind? You're trying a strat bomber snipe. So now you can see he's having his shields. He has a new Colossus, and he scooted. There's a new on the way here. 4 fusion cores. I still forgot. You see, I'm bad at scooting because you always have to check if the enemy ACU has the energy upgrades. So this wounded Galactic Colossus. It's still a lot of mass, so he won't afford to send it anywhere. It can easily be killed by Tech Free or by the strat bombers that we saw. They are here. Okay, let's focus. He's scooting. I think he has more than 4. Huh? I hope, because otherwise it will never work. You can see the base is shielded. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but he is not confident. Yeah, he prefer attack the Colossus. Okay. It's still a good... Oh yeah, but the micro. But I told you it was game 3 minutes ago. So yeah, I wanted... okay, yeah, GG. Understood. So, excellent game. I think Blackheart was behind during a lot of time, but not behind enough to allow Defly to make a big push and win the game, or to totally get the map control. However, he had an advantage that he didn't fully use. He invested in more economy all the time. You can see at the end he was reaching a 313 mexes. Well, that's a lot. So he probably has this side as tech free. Yeah, here. Okay, tech free mexes. So when you reach 300 on open palms on 14k energy income, you can do a lot of stuff. You definitely can do a lot of stuff. And he could do more stuff, I think, like some drops. He had to fight for those mexes. It looks so small on the map, but such a big part of the income of Blackheart was in the back of his base. So by any way, maybe before Tech Free Air, he had, I don't know, to drop more, to invest a lot of mass to kill those back mexes. So, very good comeback. I think you understood the key points. First mistake from Defly. He doesn't reach Tech Free Air when he was able to, with the 2 fusion cores. He had a good timing. He had a bigger income than Blackheart at this moment. Then Blackheart comes back in the game after scouting. You know, actually the unit that destroy all the mexes, it's not really the Harbringer, it's the scout. It's the scout that did these jobs. Because the scout scouted a 60% Galactic Colossus, allowing Blackheart to do a timing push on to kill a lot of economy. But still, after losing that much economy, Deathly was in the game. He was just even with his opponent instead of ahead. And then, after multiple fights, we saw the final attack here on the same amount of units, actually even the same units, Harbinger and Colossus, two Colossus, but bad positioning from Deathly, as you saw. I can't, yeah. If we imagine, but there were 2 against 2 Colossus, but if here we have Blackheart's Colossus, and here Deathly's 2 Colossus, which were a little more like that, I don't know if you remember, the Harbingers of Blackheart were here, just behind the Colossus, whereas the Harbingers of Deathly were more here. You have this distance more from Deathly to cross on to it's the time needed to apply the DPS of the Harbingers on the Colossus. And I let you calculate the DPS of 30 Harbingers. It's way more than a Colossus, believe me. So yeah, one bad fight in late game and it costs the game. So very well played to both players actually. This game happened 2 days ago. And it's very cool to see Deathly back in the game. Even, well, I mean the player. I really don't care the jerk he can be in chat when he's not banned, but in terms of quality of gameplay, that's a very interesting player to study. On Blackheart as well, of course, you can see this kind of comebacks is very not easy. And this constant fight for the map control on the eco-growing. So I hope you enjoy it. I definitely did. Thank you for listening until the end. Good job, because yeah, my head is a little burning now. And see you for another cast. Bye bye.